Hi, this is Chris from West Wickham Health and Fitness. Today I'm interviewing Emma. Hi.
Hello.
Emma.
Hey.
We're talking about thyroxine and having a low thyroid and how that actually impacts exercise and nutrition. So Emma, just tell me a little bit about yourself, please.
Okay, I'm 45 coming up. When I found out I had a thyroid problem, I was about 41. It first started because I love exercise and I'm quite an energetic person, but I started to feel really sluggish. I started to have digestive problems. My skin started to itch. My menstrual cycle was all over the place, and eventually my hair started to come out. So I thought, well, I better go and see a doctor. Within probably about 6 months, I left it sort of 6 months to see if it would right itself.
Okay, did you think you might be hitting the menopause at all?
Well, that's one thing, yeah, but I don't speak to my mum, so I didn't know whether that runs in the family.
Oh, okay.
So I did go to the doctor and asked to speak to a female doctor, because I know that they probably want to do sort of tests and stuff like that. So they sent me for blood tests, and
Right.
they tested me for my thyroid. They tested me for my iron level as well.
Okay.
They did some tests, celiac tests, to see if I was allergic to any foods. And obviously they did smear tests and things like that.
Okay, and what was the result of having these tests done?
My thyroid test was on the border, they told me, but they wanted to retest in 3 months. And my smear test was fine. Celiac test was fine as well, and the only way you can actually detect food allergies is to actually eliminate the food or to go and pay for proper tests.
Okay.
So that was it really.
Right, and as a result of waiting another 3 months, what was your symptoms in those 3 months? Did they get worse? Were they better?
No, they didn't get better. My fluid retention was really bad. I started to obviously still eating, and I eat pretty much healthily anyway.
Yeah.
But because my digestion wasn't as good, and I didn't want to exercise because I felt really bad, and I felt really bloated, like for the week before your period.
Right, okay.
And I didn't want to do anything. So obviously I started gaining probably a bit of fat.
Yeah.
But it was mostly fluid retention.
Oh, okay. So it just really, it mucked up with your mind as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
You start feeling a little bit depressed, even though I wasn't depressed.
Yeah.
So I went back for my other test, and they said you're still on border. It doesn't look like it's going to go back to normal, so it's not a glitch. And so they said leave it another 3 months, and by that time I'm pulling my hair out. And then they decided to put me on thyroxine. And you have to be on it for life.
Oh, okay. So they started you off, you were saying, on 25 milligrams.
Yeah, 25 milligrams, retest again 3 months.
Yeah.
And they kept doing that. So throughout the first 18 months I was tested, and I finally stabilised at 75 milligrams. And I've been like that for probably a year and a half now.
Okay. When did you come to the Fat Busters program? When you was on 25 milligrams?
No, I came when I was on 75 milligrams.
Right.
And I stabilised.
Yeah.
And I started to feel a bit better about
Ah,
myself.
okay. Yeah.
Fluid retention not so bad. My digestion was getting better, but still up the creek.
Okay.
And I thought, right, now I want to go and do some exercises, but I wanted to go somewhere where I could lose the fat that I put on.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't exercising. And I wanted to go somewhere where it would boost my metabolism, because that's what I needed.
Do you feel that your food choices or your nutrition was not quite 100% when you was not feeling right?
Well, I think everybody, when they're not feeling right, eats rubbish, but I'm pretty good at eating good food, because I enjoy good food.
Yeah.
But because my metabolism has slowed down, whatever I was eating, it was storing it, and it was fluid retention.
Okay, so you had to be really aware of what you was eating and how it was affecting you.
Definitely.
Yeah. And that is going to be for life for you, because you've got a thyroid problem.
Yes, it's going to be a life for me. And there's a lot of people out there that think because they are over fat that they have a thyroid problem, and they haven't. If they go and get tested, most of them will be normal. It's just because they're eating the wrong things
that make them feel sluggish and
make
lethargic.
them feel sluggish and make them feel fat. Now, if I was eating all the wrong things when I had a thyroid problem, then yes, I'd be probably bigger, because it slows your metabolism down and you start hoarding things and you get constipation. So I could then say, you know, I could get really big, but I wasn't that big. When I came to you, I was 11 stone 4.
Right.
And for my height, I could carry it off. People probably think,
I must
oh, no.
admit, when I first saw you, I thought, lady's in pretty good shape.
Yeah, but I knew myself.
Yeah.
And when I did the month, 28 days, I went down to 10.3.
Okay,
and
so
that's detox.
Yeah.
Everything. I was clean and I did it to the book. Obviously, since doing it, I've stayed with you, and I'm now about 10.5, which is good for me.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
But I started to reintroduce the food to see actually what it was that was
affecting
me,
you. Yeah.
I had something that was irritating me as well.
Mhm.
And it is dairy, and it is bread. But that's aside from having a thyroid problem. I mean, because that really, if I'd left it and didn't go to the doctors, then eventually your organs can slow down and then stop working, and it could actually be fatal if you leave it to the last.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it's quite a devastating condition.
It is, but you know that you've got it because you haven't got any energy. Everything slows down.
Right.
You don't want to be going to do exercise and that.
And anyone that knows you are a hyper person in class. You really
definitely.
go for it. So you really noticed a definite difference between having that thyroid problem and being your normal self.
Yeah, there was definitely something wrong. I thought, like you said, the menopause. Didn't really think about the thyroid problem actually. You know, I didn't think that would be it, and but it is. And so I've stabilised now. I've got another blood test, which I can go at any time, but I need to take another one because they do readings all the time, just to check, just in case I need to up it, because my brother is got a thyroid problem.
Oh, okay.
Now it's rare. The doctor said it's quite rare in men, but because he has, then it's hereditary, so it's in the family.
Oh, right. Okay. So you've got it as well. Okay. So how do you feel now that you're actually on your thyroid tablets?
I feel a lot better.
Yeah.
I have to take them every day, and if I don't, one day's fine, but if, say, I forget, then I can start feeling a bit funny, but also fluid retention. That's the first thing, really, and my digestion.
Okay.
That's when I feel.
And when you're on the tablets, you feel your normal self, you can exercise hard, and you
brilliant.
Eat well as well.
Yeah, I mean, it helped coming to your class because you've tuned my brain back into the exercise and the eating. It was all there before, but you start feeling out of it, you just want to sit on the sofa, you know, so I got out of it. So coming to you is the best thing I've done, really.
Oh, thank you, darling, that's brilliant. So that's it, really. That's Emma talking about her thyroid problem and how she's overcome it and what she does to keep it at bay every single day. And it is something you have to work at, It
is, and also it's what I believe is that people have it as an excuse because they're fat. A lot of people, I hear them also, oh, it's because I've got a low thyroid. Now, it's not an excuse. You need to either think, if you have, you need to go and get it checked out because it's serious. Or you need to put it aside and just go and do some exercise and
eat the right foods. Because
definitely.
We all know that if your body finds something toxic to itself, like bread, for example, it will actually make you hold on to water because the cells can't deal with it, and it actually needs the water to try and dilute it. So you're going to be puffy. You're going to have all the signs and symptoms of having a thyroid problem if you're not eating correctly.
Yeah, but you do need to use. It's easy to go to your doctor and
get it checked.
To have a blood test, because if you really do think you have
a thyroid,
then you need to get it sorted. And if you haven't, you'll know, and then you'll know that it's actually either the food, which you come to you and do the detox 28 days, or it's just because you eat the wrong things, eat too much of it, and don't want to exercise.
And basically just accept responsibility for it.
That's right,
All right then, Emma. Thank you very much, darling, and I'll speak to you soon.
Okay then.
Bye.
Bye.